Greetings and felicitations.
Okay, here comes the first round.
Boom. And
Jeez, that was just unnecessary.
You kidding me? You can't be out of range? What?
Greetings and felicitations, YouTube. You're all of the Appian Way here. I've got two replays to show you today. These are from round one of my tournament going on right now. This is the Iliad 2 tournament, and today's battle, this replay anyway, is between a couple of old favorites on my channel. We've got J.K. Rico playing as, I believe, Paris in this replay, and Crimson playing as Phthia, or I might have it backwards. I don't remember who's playing who in this replay. I know both of them played Paris at one point, so I'm not sure which one this is. But this battle is still, I think, going to be fairly interesting. So I think Paris player here, I think this is Crimson. He's brought some Phrygian warriors, some shielded spear warriors. For heavy infantry, he has 2 renowned Phrygian axemen, a champion of Troy, and a heavy Trojan spearman. We also have an exemplary Trojan slinger. And then we've got a Trojan noble chariot, the most expensive chariot unit in the game that isn't a hero. A fighter ravager hero in a chariot, and a heavy Trojan chariot. A very, very cool Paris army, if ever I've seen one. Only one skirmisher. I think this is the wise way to play Paris. And with Phthia, we've got a very... I would consider this a wider than normal Phthyian army. We do have Achilles, probably on foot. Yes, we do, and now I better understand why the Paris hero went for the chariot. He wanted to make sure that he couldn't just get divine challenged into the ground. So we do have a pair of Aeginean runners, 1 reinforced chariot, 2 Aeginean javelin men hiding in the tree line, a pair of spear-fighting myrmidons, and 4 heavy swordsmen. Let's get into it. Now, in the opening stage of the battle, we're seeing a very Napoleonic maneuver here from Paris. He's shifted his chariots from the right flank all the way over to the left. He's going to go ahead and try and threaten both flanks. He's also going to try and get in here and deal some damage to spearfighting myrmidons. Chariots are great for fighting myrmidons if you can get both of them into them, but I think the Phthyian player here also recognizes that. He's trying to get his guys into the tree line. Now, this is dangerous for these Trojan noble chariots. They have gone deep into the trees, and they are surrounded by medium spears. This is just a medium archer chariot. Here comes some reinforcements in the form of heavy Trojan chariots getting in behind him. Look at the damage, though, that's already been done to the spear-fighting myrmidons, and the Phrygian warriors are taking a ton of damage for these Trojan noble chariots, too. And the hero is in the mix of this as well. The heavy chariots are now in here, and here comes all of the Paris infantry. I think this is actually a pretty good call. I don't like this. This is... You gotta unbunch your men here before they just get javelined into the dirt. But this is actually a pretty solid bet here. You might as well kill all of the myrmidons while you can. It does leave you, running from all of their chariots and everything. He is leaving back a renowned Phrygian axeman. This is smart. Let them stand here. Let them take it. Let them take the hit. He's already got his heavy chariots back out here. There's a huge opportunity if he could just sneak around and get to the light infantry. But I think he's more interested in bailing out the champions of Troy. He's just going to get in here, hit the heavy swordsman in the flank, but there's still more heavy swordsmen coming and javelins coming their way as well. And look at this. The chariots have all extricated themselves. The bow chariots only lost 1 model, but about half their health. But that is going to be it for the Myrmidons. The Myrmidons well handled with a beautiful Paris play here. Big fan of this. And then, yeah, the exemplary Trojan slingers, I think one of the best skirmish units in the game. I think definitely the best in the Paris roster. Or they're just shooting into this this massive blob here. I think they're going for the reinforced chariots in particular, trying to deal as much damage to them. If you can get the spearmen out here as well, they'd help out. The spearmen are in turtle mode. Ooh, and they're about to take some damage from the reinforced chariots. Because they're in turtle mode, they're also going to be taking a lot of extra damage from the javelins, which do have them targeted. Or maybe they're actually targeting... Yeah, they're targeting the champions of Troy, which is also a good play. Champions of Troy also in turtle mode, as are the heavy Trojan spearmen. And Trojan noble chariots fearlessly charging into the flank of this. They're about broke, this heavy swordsman, but now it looks like they're pulling through. They're bailing out. They're coming out the back end of the unit, and they were hoping to get around. I'm guessing they wanted to go for the javelin men, but the positioning of that heavy swordsman is going to make that impossible. And yeah, now the infantry is escorting out and eliminating what's left of that reinforced chariot. The chariot advantage is solidly Paris's now, and yeah, that's what a chariot advantage looks like. It just cruised into the side of all of these squishy infantry, and they're all now about to shatter. They're all broken. Yeah, that's a done deal. Paris cleaning up a huge infantry blob. They're still taking a ton of damage from these Aeginean javelin men, though. That's going to be it for the Trojan noble chariots. Only 23 kills, but I think the heavy Trojan chariots are going to be enough to take the day. And yeah, sure enough, pop. Only 2 chariots left. They haven't routed yet, surprisingly enough. And they're going to get in here. They're actually going to get a charge before they break. I'm amazed by that. They have 400 HP, and they still managed to get a charge in here. Achilles is activating an Aristea, hoping maybe he can pop the Fighter Ravager's chariot. He's been taunted by the looks of things. Oh no, the Fighter Ravager activated Blood Sacrifice, which makes him go berserk. But now he's stuck on his chariot in the middle of all this infantry. He's so close to the chariot breaking. I'm amazed that Achilles isn't just attacking him to break the chariot at this stage. And it looks like the Exemplary Trojan Slingers are trying to target Achilles specifically, because I saw a whole bunch of ranged attacks just hitting that one specific spot. Okay, yeah, he's still in his chariot! I'm really impressed by that. Okay, so we've retargeted. We're now aiming for the heavy swordsman with the Exemplary Trojan Slingers. But this is just one giant blob, all for Achilles' sake at this stage. And we have the Phrygian warriors are chasing out and making sure that the Aeginean runners don't return. That's also a really good call. We've lost the unit. That's the end of the Trojan noble chariot. But there's still, point blank, huge hit on those heavy Trojan chariots, but I don't think it's going to be enough. The Aeginean javelin men are doomed. They are not for this world anymore, but they put up a valiant effort against those heavy Trojan chariots there at the end. And now the fighter hero is also activating Aristea, and I think at this stage he must be locked to his chariot. It must have been as a result of healing or something, made it so that he cannot lose his chariot and he'll just die before he steps off of the thing. And I think this is going to be the end of the heavy Trojan chariots. They couldn't rout that Aeginean javelin man, and here's another one with fresh ammo, and it's going to go ahead and target it, and I think this one's going to turn around and target it as well. Yeah, there goes another chariot. They're wavering, but they're going to get in here. This is still apparently... it looks so difficult for Phthia to win this, but it looks like they still can. The balance of power is not saying that this is over yet, and they're getting a ton of chariot kills with the javelin men. The Exemplary Trojan Slingers, though, still plenty of ammo, and they're just trying to cause as many casualties as they can. And I'm wondering who... The Aeginean javelin men, they don't need to target the heavy Trojan chariots anymore. Now they are themselves the target of the Exemplary Slingers, and I think that's probably going to be the end of them, because they need to use their ammo on the infantry and not get killed themselves. But I think this is going to kill them. I think that'll rout them, and I think all that's left is... Yep, that's it. Done deal. All that's left is to kill Achilles, who's completely surrounded. He says he's unstoppable, but he is not going to be capable of winning this battle on his own. And with this fight, we see one of the oldest viewers of my channel getting eliminated from the tournament in round 1. This is going to mark... Okay, my face is totally covering Achilles. Come on, Achilles. I need you to stand in the middle of the screen for me. All right, be a hero. There we go. But yes, Crimson is eliminated from the tournament, and this makes it so that his opponent, Johnny Rico, will advance. He's going straight for the hero, which is a good call. I think if you're going to use a Achilles in any way in particular, it's to fight another hero. But yeah, we'll just let this one play out. A fun battle. There's another replay I have for you. This is going to be from Phra versus Scorpion, also in round 1. Scorpion, a longtime fan of the channel and a big supporter of mine. He's one of my moderators on my streams, and Phra is relatively new. I've not seen much gameplay from him. I only played him once myself this past weekend on a different stream. I'm going to take this opportunity to plug the channel. Please subscribe so you don't miss the tournament that's happening this weekend. It will be live Saturday and Sunday, 1700 UTC, or 1 p.m. Eastern time. That's my time. Like the video. But yeah, I think we can go ahead and speed this result along. He stays away so he can spend the rest of his ammo, just lower Achilles' health as much as possible, gets in there, and this is eventually going to be the end of Achilles. He's keeping the hero nearby for the morale benefits. He pops the ability Blood Sacrifice to give everybody even more damage and morale, and that does it. Achilles is out. Let's look at some of the statistics. That went on surprisingly very long. I was not expecting. I wasn't expecting Crimson to last that long with Achilles, but he tanked out that battle for a long time. The Myrmidons doing really, having a lot of kills, but unfortunately getting singled out early on in a I thought, very impressive way. Throwing into the trees his Trojan noble chariots and the heavy Trojan chariots just to keep them there, and then supporting them with the rest of his infantry, taking away one of Crimson's big advantages. So yes, that eliminated Crimson from round 1. Johnny Rico advances to round 2, the quarterfinals, and we'll see him live on Saturday. This one is, this one's Scorpion playing as Ithaca versus Phthia playing as Argos. Now, we have some huge Ithaca and Argos fans on my channel, so I figured I'd at least show them some of this glorious stuff. The map is the Mudlands, and what I love about this match is that, and this matchup in general, is that we have Argos, who is a Vanguard deployment expert, and Ithaca, who's also a Vanguard deployment expert, playing on a map where they're divided by a giant swath of mud. So we're going to talk about Ithaca first. This is Scorpion's army. He brought a fighter vanquisher hero, flanked by a pair of spear runners and a pair of young spears. And then he brought 3 renowned island skirmishers, and he's going to have to move these guys across the mud as quickly as he can. That's why he deployed towards the right of his deployment zone and far forward. That way he can get them across quickly. He also deployed 4 warriors of Ithaca and 3 heavy sword skirmishers forward and in the tree line to keep the heavy sword skirmishers hidden. Not to be outdone, Argos has put up a knight runner, 2 of them actually, a heroic axe runner as a vanguard deployment into these tree lines, probably as scouting, but probably more so meant for as a flanking unit once his enemies tried crossing the mud. And as you can see, there's also a Centaur champion and a Savage Centaur warrior out here on this flank as well. So battle is going to start soon and is going to favor warriors of Ithaca very, very quickly. The rest of the Argos army, we got Diomedes, the greatest epic hero in the game. We've got Achaean slingers, armored Argive slingers, an Argive sword master, 144 sword damage, but with the added buff I think it's called ferocity. What is it called? Or superiority, something like that. It's ferocity. And then we have a pair of armored spearmen, fantastic units. You got to watch out for these guys in this battle. It's insane. 2 Argive axemen, a light spearman, and a militia off on the far right flank just to make sure that he has areas scouted out. And let's just get into this. This one is a 7-minute long battle, and the first thing that happens is let's kill some Night Runners. Absolutely good plan here. You've got Warriors of Ithaca, he's got Night Runners. Night Runners ain't got a chance. So, and Scorpion just kind of retargets. He realizes all he needs is 1 Warrior of Ithaca for this, so he's going to send the other 3 back, because guess what? Here comes cavalry. He's also grabbed a heroic axe runner with his heavy sword skirmishers. Heavy sword skirmishers actually losing the engagement, but also kind of surrounded here. And then the heavy sword skirmishers are going to get in here as well. Now the Centaur champions, they take some combat penalties when they're in the trees, so they're actually going to fall back from this. This is not going their way. I think the Argos player here, I think Phthia recognizes that he can't necessarily win these engagements, so he's going to try and circle around, and I think he's actually going to go and try and bail out his Night Runners, but they end up getting caught by Warriors of Ithaca anyway. And here comes a bunch of slings from the Achaean slingers, just trying to distract Scorpion as much as possible, make him think that there's a real threat going on, but Scorpion knows better, and he knows other ways he can deal with slingers, and that is his light infantry that made it across the mud very quickly. And he also has another hidden weapon, the renowned island skirmishers. So the battle really strongly in favor of Ithaca in the early stages here. Warriors of Ithaca engage with Centaur champions, but hey, guess what? Here comes some young spears to help out. The Centaur champions are losing their morale quickly over here. The Warriors of Ithaca in the tree line, more than a match for Centaur champions, and they are going to have to rout out of here. And so are the Savage Centaur Warriors. He's trying to play some hit-and-run tactics, which is the smart way to play. He gets his Argive Sword Masters in here as well. it looks like all the fight is heading this way, but Scorpion is moving forward and he's engaging the forces of Diomedes so that he can keep him occupied and so that he can continue to eliminate these forces out here. So the Night Runner completely gone, and I love this, okay? Centaur champions get in here. They see that there's some renowned island skirmishers out here, and they think, "Hey, look, we got skirmishers. Let's just kill them down the line." And even though they're wavering, this unit gets broken. They get a warrior of Ithaca out here. They do break the Centaur champion, and then this renowned island skirmisher is going to continue to chase the Centaur champion off the field of battle. The renowned island skirmishers, with the support of a warrior of Ithaca, giving the centaurs the business and chasing them off the battlefield. Out here we do have a 1v1 duel happening. A fighter vanquisher versus Diomedes. Now, I think the smart thing to do here, if I was the fighter vanquisher, is to activate the divine challenge, because Diomedes, while he is not a divine challenger himself, he has amazing abilities that make him really good against other heroes. And if he's divine challenged, he at least can't use those abilities. So I think this was a mistake here. I think he should have just used that divine challenge, and he might have been able to defeat Diomedes, but Diomedes is going to be the better match for that character for sure. Now then, look at this. Armored Spearman. This unit already has 129 kills, and it's now wading into a fairly tired warrior of Ithaca here. And the other heavy armored spearman is staying over here, and it's staying rested. It also has 68 kills, probably against units like spear runners and young spears. And the militia's gotten in here, and they're trying to outflank the renowned island skirmishers over here. Centaurs came back to try and deal with the renowned island skirmishers, but their morale is really, really hurt. And here comes some javelins from the spear runners. And look at this. They break, but so too, I believe, are the centaurs. And finally, tired of playing with the Argive Swordmasters and the heroic axe runners and these night runners, the rest of the infantry corps of Ithaca is going to get out here and try and turn the tide of the rest of this battle. They've got plenty of ammo, they've got plenty of morale, and they're rolling out here now and looking for targets to kill. Diomedes definitely gets the better of the fighter vanquisher. Fighter vanquisher, yeah, Scorpion realizes now at this time he needs to get his hero out of here and get a sword unit into Diomedes. And this is 100% the right call to be making here. Intercept Diomedes, beat him up with a sword unit, have a good time, and then, oh, but he falls short. The orders didn't keep going far enough. He needs to get his hero out of there. He ended up getting caught by Diomedes. If he wants to do anything, he needs to use that hero to attack the armored Argive slingers, maybe. And he activates Aristeia just in the nick of time. He's got to keep ahead of Diomedes. It's critically important. Meanwhile, back over here, the armored spearmen, we're now looking at 216 kills, mostly at this point against units like Warriors of Ithaca and the heavy sword skirmishers. The other one got engaged over here. It's now up to 132 kills, earning its XP against really tired Warriors of Ithaca. They've been fighting since the beginning of the battle, and the balance of power is now shifting into Argos' favor. Savage Centaur Warrior is trying to make sure this renowned island skirmisher doesn't come back. The hero is now in the middle of these armored Argive slingers and is actually losing that fight. Man, oh man, and here goes Diomedes Aristeia. He gets in here. He's going to try and help clean up the morale on the rest of these units. This Warrior of Ithaca is still doing really well. Achaean Slinger's still putting in some rounds. And this one, I'm chalking this up as one heck of a comeback. Over here, Renowned Island Skirmishers engaged with the Argive Axemen. This is what I mean about the Renowned Island Skirmishers. They just chased off these Centaur champions for the last time, and now they've turned around and they're engaged with an axe unit, a melee unit, and they are winning. They still have plenty of ammo. These guys are just like the Warriors of Ithaca in so many ways. They're like the pocket Warrior of Ithaca. Pocket because they're smaller and because they don't have Vanguard or Stalk, but man, do they do work. And look at this, the Armored Spearmen winning against these really tired Warriors of Ithaca. Diomedes is still in this, beating them up some more, and now we've got a Centaur to chase off the broken fighter vanquisher hero. The armored Argive slingers are going to go ahead and shatter that Renowned Island Skirmisher. And the Argive Axemen, the next victim of the Renowned Island Skirmishers, and the Renowned Island Skirmishers are going to go ahead and dispense their ammo into the backs of the Armored Spearmen. But here's the good news. The armored spearmen are in turtle mode, so their shields are actually blocking some of the damage that the Renowned Island Skirmishers can do to them, which is really, really beneficial to the armored spearmen, but there's still another armored spearman, and here comes the slingers. The slingers have ammo left to spend. Renowned Island Skirmishers with 68 kills, but they are helping to deal with these armored spearmen. Armored spearmen, 254 kills, 284 kills, and that is it. What a fight. And look at these statistics. Argos pulls out a come-from-behind victory by virtue of Diomedes beating up on the Fire Vanquisher hero, but also because of the armored spearmen. 255, 284, 2 XP on both units earned. Holy cow! What a fight. What an impact. Really good job by Frafastifs. And with that was the battle 3, and that means that Fra advances into the quarterfinals. Scorpion will not. I'm sure we'll see Scorpion there cheering on from the sidelines. Fra, I'm looking forward to watching. He's kind of the dark horse in this tournament. Nobody really knows too much about him, but he rolls in here and he pulls off a really strong comeback victory against a pretty strong player with, I think, a very strong army. So that was a lot of fun. Anyway, ta-ta. I love you all. I'll see you guys tomorrow.